All right, looks like we might be live. Yeah, all right. I see the counter going, so we must be live. All right, guys, how you doing? For all 21 subscribers out there, my name is Tristan. I am owner of Warehouse 49, and I've never done a live video on YouTube as far as this channel goes, and mostly because my resources have been usually spent on things like Patreon, Twitch, and other streaming channels. However, I think YouTube needs to get a little bit more love, especially for those of you who strictly use YouTube. And for some things, it's just a better application than other platforms out there. And now that I've kind of put Warehouse on the front burner, and a lot of other things have gone on the back burner, I think it's time to explore these other streaming options, especially for blog type style things. It's easier to talk to people sometimes than it is just to write them down in a blog and post it out somewhere. Something like a vlog, probably the best term for it. I've been debating on doing this stream for a while now. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to approach it. One portion of me wanted to just try the whole iPhone where you just walk down the road and talk to people, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem me yet. I'm sure we're going to get there, and even doing this stream is kind of out of my comfort zone. I've talked to news agencies before. I've done plenty of live interviews. Each one of them is a little less nerve wracking than the other, but this gives me a chance to warm up to the YouTube audience. I've done it for Twitch and other broadcasting services, but never YouTube, and not since college, which was 6-7 years ago now, something like that. And where I did a small YouTube thing for the computer group there, but that's neither here or there. I was very terrible at that. Especially scripted events. Oh my God, it was bad. Actually, I threw out the script that I would normally go with and just talk off the cuff like I'm doing now. So much better, so much more me. I hate writing something down and trying to remember to go through it. It just never works out for me. So the more streams that we do is going to be mostly off the cuff. I'll probably write down questions if we're doing an interview or if we're talking about something. I'll probably write them down. But other than that, pretty off the cuff. That's something I also want to talk about is possibly doing more blog type stuff where we bring like a podcast, bring someone in, talk about what they're doing, how they're changing the industry, or just what they're doing inside the industry. Maybe keep it mostly to gaming, but technology as a whole. I'm very big on technology, and so I would love to find those people who are also that much into technology, see how they have used it in their lives, and then maybe even talk about the hardware we use here at Warehouse, because we do use a lot of different technologies, and we've grown over the years. Just a few months ago, we were using an iPhone and some sort of Go Live app to stream it on Twitch for here in the Warehouse. And then we moved to IP cameras, which have been awesome, but it's a whole new networking challenge. Once you start doing like 4K over a wireless network, and it's just things collapse really quickly. And you have to remember that you're there for gamers. And so making that traffic go quickly for gamers while still having that social function. If you hear a whine, that's my laptop. My laptop's whining. It's not the greatest for streaming. So if you hear it, I hear it, but better headset than a lot of people sometimes. Corsair gaming headset. This is what we use here in house. Absolutely love it. It's comfortable. The only drawback is I wear glasses, and so they get pinched here in the muffs. And so if you have them, I have to sit mine up high, so they don't get slammed on my ears, and it just gets uncomfortable really quickly with glasses. But as far as sound quality, great headset, and I recommend them to anyone who stops in who's looking for a headset. Anyway, back to streaming with 4K video. We actually at the Warehouse we stream at 720 30 FPS, just so that any latency that we do add to the network is really small, which gamers won't see it, but I sometimes see it. And I don't want to tell everyone else you have to stream at 720, and then us, stream at 4K or 7 or 1080. Most people can't even download it at 4K anyway. So we stream at 720, and then taking that 4K image that we're getting from these cameras, I don't have one to show you right now, but and then down converting it to 1080 or 720, it was just so much taxing on the laptop to have for streaming everything. So we capture at 720. And so where I was going with that is that I know that we use a lot of different technology here at Warehouse. I'd love to see how other people use technology and how we can kind of incorporate that into what we do, because we have taken a lot of corporate technology stuff that for bigger organizations and applied it right here at the Warehouse. Another example would be our router. Our router, I spent about $1,500 on our router. It has 8-core processor in it. Most of your home routers are dual core. Some of them are a small 4-core. Ours are 8 physical cores. And so that really helps, especially when you have, 50, 80 gamers on a network. Your processor will be able to route those packets as quick as possible. And that's what those 8 cores are allowing to do. And even a lot of our switches have grown from those small Netgear or whatever switches I have to our bigger 24-port TP-Link switches that have 10 gigabit fiber all the way back to our router or 10 gigabit switch. So like when I thought about gaming, it's always like, well, you can game it with switches with 10 meg, which is only 1 megabyte per second, mind you, or we can start over and kind of create a new standard for the gaming events that we're at. You have gigabit home. Why not have gigabit at these gaming events and slow it down when it hits the internet a little bit instead of slowing it down right from the get-go? Because not everyone's downloading 100% of everything all the time. So give you bandwidth when we have bandwidth and take it away when we just don't have it. That's my thought. And to gamers like you, it provides a much better, much seamless connection for games. We have a local cache that helps too, but as far as internet and just connectivity, we want you to be able to. We have 1,000 lane highway. Use it. Why not? Yeah. So as you're getting a hint with watching this, if you're not watching the live, you watch it later. Hopefully, that very unstructured, talk about everything. Hopefully, people will eventually start popping in the chat, asking those questions, coming up with cool thoughts that they've had. And I like to tell people, ask us the hard questions. I'm not afraid of those questions. People tend to be like, well, I hate to ask this. Like, well, ask it anyway. In the worst case scenarios, I will say no, or I can't answer that, or maybe I don't know. I've done that too. So, it's funny because I'm we're doing this live, and I'm actually a lot more comfortable than I thought I was going to be. Leading all the way up to this videos, I'm always nervous. You're always afraid, like, oh, what if you slip? What if you do that? And it actually feels good to be out on the camera again. I did some Twitch streaming, I think a year ago or two when I had more time at home. I like to stream after work hours, like after 5. But now that I work from 5 to 10 at the Warehouse, it's hard to set aside that time to stream during the day when I have a consulting business as well. That's kind of how I was able to learn all this stuff. I've been in IT for 10 years. But during that time, during the 9 to 5 time, I like to spend it on promoting Warehouse and working on my consulting business. So it's kind of hard to stream sometimes. So maybe it'd be a good thing to do. Maybe on like a Friday, like a not busy Friday, maybe I can stream out here in one of the VIP rooms and just go live then. And this way you can kind of almost get an audience. You have people come in, people sit down and watch you as you're interacting with YouTube or Twitch or whatever we decide to stream on that day, and hopefully grow this channel a little bit bigger. Hopefully bring in, again, not industry leaders necessarily. Like I don't want to bring the head of Cisco here. If he wants to come by, that's cool. I'm cool with that. Maybe talk about Meraki, talk about pfSense, talk about some of the networking protocols we use here, some of the storage stuff, some of the computers back there. We have 14 gaming computers that I've built from the ground up. Go through that process. go through streaming process, talk about Extra Life. I'd love to do all that, and hopefully we'll be able to stream more Extra Life events. And you utilize this channel to its fullest, because we have this great tool. We're in a day and age where we have access to it now, especially with this. I have a new. It's a 1080p Logitech camera, but it seems to be a lot better than the normal ones that you usually get for home use and stuff. Just we have it. Why not use it more? And hopefully, I can continue to make Warehouse my full-time job. I don't want to call it a job. I enjoy it. I really enjoy doing Warehouse things. So I don't want to call it the job. Career thing. I don't know. But I want to keep moving down that path the best I can. So I think this is one of the ways. And perhaps maybe we can do something outside, because it's getting nice now. It's summer. It's like 60 already. It is really nice. It might rain today, but I'm hoping it won't. Yeah, and then if we have new features, new things, new exciting things, I would love to actually put them on this channel. Be more of a blog, not necessarily like a streaming Warehouse. Eventually, I'd like to take the events that we do, package them real nice, upload a final product to YouTube. This way you can kind of get the highlights of our events that we have, because we've hosted so many. Everything from the Alaska Zoo, Northway Mall was one of our first. We helped out at Extra Life last year, was at the Anchorage Senior Activity Center. We've hosted at the Egan, the Nina. We've hosted events quite literally a crazy amount of places, more places than I thought we would ever. And we've seen a lot of stuff. We've grown a lot as a company. Of course, with the Alaska Gamers help, we've grown, because you guys, I tell you, don't be afraid to tell me what you think and what we can do to improve. So, and that goes out to all you guys. What we're talking about, I'm not going to be correct on everything, even though I have 10 years of experience. It's not like it's 50 years of experience, and it's not like I know everything. So some things I will obviously be wrong on. Hopefully I won't, but it'll happen, and hopefully you'll correct me, and just we can grow together as a community, because that's what it's all about. And of course, the more people who chime in, the more people who tune in, we're going to have a much better topic, debate, conversation, all the above. Maybe we can talk about the old times, the new times, where we're going, where we came from, some cool memories you had of gaming here in Alaska. I always love to hear stories, and then we'll grow it. We'll make it bigger as time goes by. We'll maybe even improve equipment if we need to. Obviously, eventually I'll get rid of the laptop, move to a desktop or a laptop with better graphics, better CPU to handle this a little bit better. I think any laptop I get, the fans will spin up when we're streaming. So feel free to leave your message on the video. Feel free to like it, dislike it, tell me why. We're here to grow together, and I know I'm not always looking at the camera. I'm not always looking at the mic, but that's just me. That's my quirks, and I need to feel comfortable behind the camera, behind the mic, and as time goes by, it will improve. Just like everything that we do will improve. So we're just about at 14 minutes. I think that's a good length for our first video. So again, I hope you leave some comments on the video. I hope you find it, and I will catch you maybe next week if we get some positive feedback. All right, guys, I will see you later. Peace. Yes, I want to end it right now. Why would you ask questions? Just end it. See you.